This is the only planet we know of that supports life. However, if you expand your horizons beyond the stars, you'll discover that the epic story of our civilization, written over 6 million years, is less impressive than the raging glare of a single star in the Milky Way. This is the entire trace we've left in the universe, and the Earth we inhabit is but a blue mighty lion suspended in the 93 billion light-year observable universe. Clouds, the four directions, the upper and lower realms, the ancient golden universe. As early as the Warring States period, modern humans defined the infinity of time and space with common sense and philosophical thought. These celestial imprints, etched into the very DNA of Chinese civilization, are now being visualized through data and probes. Let's begin with our most familiar neighbor. The Moon is approximately 384,000 kilometers from Earth. Driving at 100 kilometers per hour would take 160 consecutive days. When you finally reach the lunar surface and look back, it resembles a piece of blue-green glass set in black velvet, bright yet fragile. Next, Mars, a planet of great hope for human settlement, embodies the ultimate in the vastness of the universe. At its closest point, it's about 5.6 million kilometers from Earth, and at its farthest, it can reach 401 million kilometers. Even at the fastest Mars probe speed, a one-way trip would take 7 months. For this reason, every probe sent to Mars has its orbit calculated years in advance. When we look at the distance of light from the Sun to Neptune, at the edge of the solar system, the 4.5 billion kilometers is even more astonishing. It takes 4 hours and 15 minutes for light to travel from the Sun to here. There's no life there, no sound. Only the satellites orbiting it silently cutting through deep space. Voyager 1, launched in 1977, has spent over 40 years mapping even more distant frontiers for humanity. As of 2024, it will be 22 billion kilometers from Earth, making it the farthest-flung cosmic messenger ever flown. In 1990, he turned and took a photograph of Earth's faint blue dot. In this photo, Earth 9 is just a pixel of light, a speck of dust suspended in sunlight. Beyond Neptune lies the Oort cloud, the last miniature wall to the solar system, stretching from 5,000 to 100,000 AU from the Sun. This is the last bastion of the Sun's gravity. Once you break through this cloud of icy objects, you enter true interstellar space. Beyond the heliopause, the influence of the solar wind fades, and the darkness and cold of the universe become an eternal backdrop. As we exit the solar system, the nearest star is Proxima Centauri, about 4.4 light-years away. At Voyager 1's speed of 17 kilometers per second, it would take 70,000 years to reach it, 3 times longer than the time it took humanity to develop from primitive society to modern civilization. Our Milky Way galaxy, on the other hand, is about 100,000 light-years in diameter and contains 200 to 400 billion stars. If the Milky Way were a football field, the solar system would be a mere grain of sand. If alien civilizations existed, they would likely be completely unaware of Earth's existence. As we venture beyond the Milky Way, the 10 million light-year span of the local group looms even larger. This cosmic community of over 50 galaxies includes spiral galaxies like the Milky Way and dwarf galaxies like the Large Magellanic Cloud. Light takes 10 million years to travel from one end of the local group to the other, making the Milky Way seem dwarfed by its presence. Further up, the Maidenhair supercluster spans 110 million light-years and contains at least 100 galaxy clusters. The Laniakea supercluster stretches its reach to 500 million light-years. This massive structure, with a mass equivalent to the massive attractor at the center of 100 million suns, pulls thousands of galaxies, including the Milky Way, around it. Finally, we reach the edge of the observable universe, a diameter of 93 billion light-years. What lies beyond this observable universe remains unknown. Perhaps there are other universes. Perhaps it's just an infinitesimal repetition of structures. Or perhaps Earth and even Laniakea are but a speck of light on an atom. Thus, we must acknowledge that in this vast universe, Earth is never the center, but a speck of dust that has been accidentally brought to life. Yet, on this very speck of dust, some write poetry, some gaze at the stars, and some spend their lives asking questions of the depths of space. The universe never responds, Yet humans continue to ask. This is perhaps the most magnificent persistence of tiny life,